Hey up everyone. Hey up everyone. Hiya. Hello. Hello. Bonjour. Welcome to RJH's live stream. Whew, it's a bit warm over here this time. I just keep looking around just because of the highway behind me, so forgive me for that. Welcome to RJH Friday night live stream. Talking all about CBTs. CBTs, again, very popular last time, so I thought we'd come up with another one. So tonight's subject is all about the CBT. But before we get on to that, let's have some introductions. Written all down because it's getting quite a lot. So what do we want to do? Welcome everybody, Friday the 7th of May 2021 to RJH's popular weekly live stream. So thanks for watching, 8 of you there already. And we're getting a few likes already as well. Thank you very much. So before we then get into it, first of all, let me congratulate all the students that have come through RJH's schools this week, particularly Eccles, Manchester and Northwich in Cheshire. So well done to all the CBT completions and well done to all of those that have passed the Module 1s and Module 2s. And we're having the busiest spell in 18 years. So there are lots of them, too many to mention all individually. Also, what I would like to do is congratulate all of the people up and down the country nationally, because I'm getting messages from people that have been watching the videos, passing the Module 1s, passing the Module 2s, completing the CBTs, and just giving us a bit of a pat on the back about the videos. So people like the videos. People like the videos, and I'm going to spend more time making the videos. So keep those comments coming. But I just thought I would get that out the way. So congratulations to all those completions. Also moving on then, what I've done is, for those of you that follow us on the channel, next week's live stream is scheduled. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. If you view the live stream playlist, you'll see that next week I have scheduled already the live stream, and we are welcoming the Chief, aka Graham, to the RJH Garage, and call it the RJH Garage. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. So we are welcoming Graham, aka the Chief, to the RJH live stream. So if you want to see Graham, on the live stream, you know, get onto that that playlist and set the reminder. Set the reminder, you won't then forget. But next week's live stream is introducing Graham, aka the Chief, to RJH live stream. So that's that out the way. Also, quite a lot. There's quite a lot. Got lots of pieces of paper here. There's quite a lot. Also, our ongoing competition, as we've mentioned before, is that if we get 100 people watching the video, the live stream in one go, our record is 62. If we get 100, then I'm going to throw in a free CBT to somebody at RJH Manchester, RJH Northwich, or RJH Wigan. A free CBT valued now £199. Our price has just gone up from £170 to £199, so you can get a £199 CBT free of charge across any of those sites. So, you know, I want 100 people watching this live stream at once. So when that comes, if it's not today, it might be next week, month, then I'm going to do that. However, we have our traditional weekly competition. So the time is 8 o'clock, which seems to be the better time for people to watch. So at 9:30, I'm going to be throwing in 3 questions. First person to answer the 3 questions correctly are going to get an RJH lanyard, they're going to get an RJH hat, and they're going to get an RJH neck tube. So a bundle there, little goodie bag worth about £23 to the first person that answers 3 questions correctly. Okay, and also during tonight's live stream, we will be moving along, and Charlie will also be joining us at some point. But there's all the introductions out the way. So back to tonight's subject, which is CBT. Tonight's subject is all about CBT. So let's see who we've got on then. Oh, I hope I'm not blabbering on too much. Good evening, Lisa. Dave, good evening. Darren, good evening. Again, we've got a few followers coming on weekly. Hooli3, evening all. There is somebody new. So Hooli3, where are you from? And whereabouts are you in relation to your motorbike training? Sylvia, welcome to Sylvia. So Sylvia's been busy this week as well over in Northwich, but she's also been putting the fine-tuning, the last minute touches to Wigan, and we're conducting our first CBTs in Wigan, RJH Wigan, on Monday the 10th of May, and we haven't been training in Wigan since 2019, so exciting times ahead on the Three Sisters race circuit in Wigan. RJH Wigan starts on Monday. So Sylvia, well done for all your hard work, and I'm sorry I can't be with you there on Monday, but I hope the day goes well. So I'm looking forward to lots of photographs. Reese Green, hey Rob, how are you? I've ordered an neck tube. Any idea when that's due for arriving? Looking to get in a CBT and tasted on the 28th. Hi Reese, I've seen your name come along. I cannot say at this moment whether it's gone or whether it's been posted. I think it's been posted, but yeah, I did see that come along. Reese, thanks very much for your support. Hey, listen, stay on track for 8:30, answer 3 questions correctly, get another hoodie free, lanyard and our cap. So are you you're going to do your training with us, Reese? Have you booked in for us or not? Who else we got? Mr. Higgins, Graham Higgins. Do you think the CBT syllabus is fit for the purpose? Would you do anything to it? Well, it's been fit for the purpose since its introduction in 1990. So yeah, I mean, would I change anything? I think it is aimed very, very well for a new rider. It is aimed very, very well for a new rider. If anything was to be done for it, then possibly on the CBT renewals, I'd look at doing something there to make the CBT renewal possibly a different format, a different structure. But, and, you know, theory, should we do a theory in the CBT, the syllabus? Should we not? There's a lot of two ways conversation. I don't really get into that in this particular conversation, but no, I think it's fit for the purpose. You know, it's an awful lot crammed in a short space of time. So could it be a little bit longer? Would people pay for something a bit longer? Because ultimately the price would work. So there's lots of different ways of looking at it. Richard Sankey, how are you doing? Bit late, me, TNT work. Hey, good, yeah. Nice to see you, Richard Michello. He's down from in Wales, isn't he? Got my theory test Monday in preparation for DAS. More nervous about the theory than the practical. I think everybody's nervous about the theory, but if you've been practicing them online, you'll be absolutely fine. So it's quite a good collection of people there tonight, and we've just topped up to 22, 23 people watching. So yeah, so there's quite a lot there then. Quite a good introduction. I'm not going to go back onto that at the moment, but I am going to get back into tonight's subject, which is the CBT. Anyway, it's been a busy week again. Weather's been horrendous, hasn't it? Certainly for us instructors, the weather's been absolutely shocking. So nice and early. Who wants to see Charlie in? Now, who wants Charlie on board? Anybody want Charlie in or not? Me, I'm not bothered, but who wants Charlie in? I'll move over if you want Charlie in. Claire Bear. Claire Bear. Now, do I know Claire Bear? Where are you from, Claire? An older code. Michello DLY. I paid for the Element A practical test. Very good. Good, Dave. Lisa. Charlie. Well, of course. Hello, Ellen. Ellen was one of our successful pupils this week. Passed the Module 2 test. Got a full bike license. Worked really, really hard, Ellen. And a nice pass in St. Helens this week. So well done. Thanks for joining on. What's the hardest thing about going from CBT to DAS training, going for your A license? Whether has been proper or full? It has been proper or Graham. What's the hardest part? Listen, if the time's right for you, mate, there's nothing hard. Enjoy it. If you enjoy it, then you will you'll sail through it. Listen to your instructor. Instructors have sound advice. Enjoy the training. It's only as hard as you make it. And anyway, Graham, where are you training, mate? Whereabouts in the country are you training? What training school are you with? Tomorrow's going to be an awful day, apparently, Dave. There's Charlie's sibling. Talia's on. Please, not Charlie. Well, listen, you know me. And Charlie to somebody else wants Charlie. I'm not bothered about Charlie, but I will move over if I need to. Let's get a few more. I'll get a few more yet. I need at least a dozen people saying you want Charlie on. And then I think I might just move over. Good evening, Donna. Claire Bear. Yes, Honda Rebel. Claire Bear, the Honda Rebel from over in Congleton. We need some new cake, Claire Bear, for our birthday celebrations in Wigan at the Three Sisters, which I'm sure Sylvia will be inviting you to on June the 12th, I think it is. Jude Williams, passed my CBT and theory, currently riding a Grom, but at 54 I only want to ride a Rebel 500 when I pass my mods. Would you advise doing it on a 650 or just stick to it? Jude, so if you fit a 650, do a 650. The training is the same, the test is the same, but get it done. Then if down the line you do want to ride something a bit bigger than the 500, you're able to. So I would say if a 650 will fit you, Jude, get your A done, not your A2. Oh, Claire Bear, already sorted. 5th, might be the 5th. I'm not too Sylvia confirm what the birthday is. She's on here. Did my DAS last year after 30 years driving a car, looking for a granted, watching video after video, really, really nervous, but I think RJH amongst other really helped. Fantastic. We have a real lot of good content on this YouTube channel. Something for everybody at every stage of your training. Jerry Zigzag, good evening, Jerry. Lisa says 5th Wigan opening day in diary. Just need that confirmation from Sylvia. Didn't think it was the 5th, but I might be wrong. I'm not wrong often, but I might be. So with me being 11 miles from the office, I'm going to need my bike before then. Otherwise, it's 120 minutes on public transport. Get a bike. Layla Gunshard. Good evening, Layla from the Netherlands. How are you? So Layla this evening is the furthest. Anybody else from afar? Good evening. Passed my test rub last summer in Gloucester, my neck of the woods, Graham. Gloucester. Hereford boy. Well, I'm a Cirencester boy, Graham. Could open an RJH there. Instructors few and far between. That's a national crisis at the moment. Although, going back to the introduction, another congratulations is I've just signed 2 new instructors on. So I've got 2 new instructors. I've got a Nick McMillan and a Kenneth Payne, who have both joined an RJH on their journey as becoming fully qualified motorbike instructors. So just signed them off this week. They will be teaching with us in about 10 days' time. So another congratulations for the CBT instructors. There's someone in Ross and Shrewsbury, but not much in between. Yeah, so Shrewsbury, that's where I did my instructor training back in 2002. And I also know a guy that used to work for me, worked out of Shrewsbury as well. Complete Bike Training, John Taylor. Fast Track is a guy, an ex-police guy, David Palmer. I think they're the 2 main ones in Shrewsbury. Fast Track and Complete Bike Training. And I believe there was a bike school called Bike Wise. Were also in Shrewsbury. So they were the 3, I think. But we use Shrewsbury quite a lot out of Northwich, actually. So, yeah, good. So there's quite a lot of activity in there. 30 likes. Come on, share, please, and comment away. Share the video live stream and like the channel. And also do set that reminder for next week if you want to see Graham Cook, a.k.a. the Chief, visit the RJH Garage on next Friday, 8 p.m. So let's get them. Let's get some activity going. Do you have to have the own bike to do the DVLA one? What DVA test, no. All bike schools, Michello, supply all the equipment. I would certainly recommend using a school bike. Do not use your own bike for Model 1 and 2s. People do, but we don't recommend it. We'd always prefer people to use ours. Right. So then, let me let a little shufty along. It's getting a bit warm here. Thought it might cool down in a little minute, but what a view. Look at that. What a view. We're getting a different view every week at the minute. Right. So, who wants Charlie? 3, 2, 1. Come on, Charlie. Let me shufty over. You got enough room? Now, so? Remember what I've said. No touchy fidgeting and pushing and leaning on me, okay? I do like my space. Thank you.
Evening all.
Yeah, so, right, what's tonight's subject then, Charlie?
CBTs.
Yeah. Do you want to remind everybody about what the 2 competitions are before we get going then? Or
yeah, I can.
Yeah, go on then. Let's remind everybody. Do you need that?
Yeah, the pieces of papers. So the 2 competitions tonight are, if we reach 100 viewers, we will give away a free CBT valued at £199 to be used across all 3 of our sites, whichever is most convenient for yourself, whether it be Northwich, Eccles or Wigan. And now the second prize is what we do on a weekly basis, where you will win.
What's that other one? What's the first one?
So CBT.
Yeah.
So 100 viewers at
100
once.
viewers.
100 we want.
So what do we have just now? 32?
32 is our highest so far.
And what's our record?
62.
62.
And now the other competition.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
Graham thinks next week that he is going to get 100 views
Can't
at
see
one
it.
time. Graham, aka the Chief, is blowing his own trumpet, and he thinks he's going to get 100 views at once.
No chance. Absolutely no chance. Right, and the second competition is if you can answer the 3 questions correctly first, you'll win an RJH neck tube, an RJH cap, and an RJH lanyard valued at about £23.
That's good going, that. Isn't it?
Sound like you.
The Mankini may just drag them in. Graham's Mankini. Yeah, is that 2 competitions?
2 competitions for this evening.
Happy with that?
I'm very happy with that.
Have you come up with the 3 questions yet?
I didn't know that was for me.
Yeah, well, you know now. Come on, Charlie, you've got to be ahead of the game. So then, right, shall we get cracking then on the CBT? Tonight's subject is the CBT. We did see him,
you're swinging onto me, Robert.
Keep budging into me. Tonight's CBT topic, we did one about 3 weeks ago, and it's had a lot of activity, and it was very well received. And I know a lot of our viewers, and we're coming up to 8,000 subscribers now, and the comments that we get on a regular daily basis, a weekly basis, a lot of people looking at doing a CBT. There's so many questions that come through. So the benefit of going through this topic tonight is that all the questions are going to be there. All the questions are going to be there. And I've sort of come up with a few headings. It's going to be a good one tonight, ladies and gents. So stay tuned. I know a lot of you have already done the CBT as part of the process. But, if anybody wants anything answered, just fire away in that comments because, I am only human. I might miss something. Now, I don't miss much, do I? I don't miss much, and I'm not wrong very often, but sometimes I am, and sometimes I do. So first of all, then I suppose, one thing that people ask is, what is a CBT? So Charlie, can you tell people what a CBT is? Just in a what does CBT, what does it stand for?
CBT is a compulsory basic training.
Well, they say it's a test.
It's not a test, Robert. You're incorrect there.
Am I?
You're incorrect. Let me explain to the viewers what
Please.
a CBT is.
Yeah.
Thank you. A CBT, compulsory basic training.
Training?
So, yes.
So I can't fail it then?
No, Robert. I'm going to explain to our viewers. A CBT is a course of safety. It's a 1-day course of safety. So you don't pass, you don't fail. You
One
need to
day, is that all it is?
just a 1-day course of safety.
Could it be longer?
Could be if you're not at a required standard. It's all about safety, and especially us at RJH, we pride ourselves on safety. We don't just hand out willy-nilly certificates. You've got to earn it. You've got to earn the right and show that you're capable of being a safe rider on the road. Now, CBTs, it's a 1-day course, and it's about safety, and it's comprised of different elements.
If you put in Google CBT, Manchester were number 1.
Correct.
But recently, it's other CBT comes up.
What are the CBT?
Cognitive behavioural therapy. We're not talking about that tonight.
No, Robert. We're not. We're talking about compulsory basic training.
Compulsory basic training.
And when was it introduced, Robert?
1980.
1980. Thank you very much, Robert.
Is that right?
It's incorrect, Robert. Tell the viewers when it was introduced, please.
1990.
Are you being honest with the viewers?
Yes. See?
1990. Thank you, Darren, for...
Hey, there's Andy. Fortune HD, Andy. Good evening, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Andy.
Darren completed my last week successfully. Didn't feel as comprehensive or as up to scratch as I expected after watching all the RJH videos.
Didn't feel as... Yeah, well, we're
thorough.
We are as good as it gets without blowing my own trumpet. We are as good as it gets. Can you try and keep your legs still, please? Now, come on, get to the topic.
So, the CBT. Now, it's comprised of different elements. Some of it will be classroom-based, where you learn about the highway code, where you learn about the equipment, the bike, etc. Some of it is training on the yard, where you're doing all of your manoeuvres, so your slaloms, your figures of 8, your U-turns, your left turns, your right turns, your majors to minors, etc., etc. Then you've got a 2-hour road ride as a minimum at the end. Now, as long as you can show a good level of understanding and that you are safe, you will be issued your CBT certificate on that same day. Yeah. Now, that is valid for 2 years, and you have to renew it every 2 years unless you go on to do your full bike license.
Good. Well done. I'm impressed, Charlie. So you can see that Charlie takes most of our bookings now on the CBTs. He's got it all down to a T. But yeah, CBT is not a test. It's a course of safety. So that's what it is. It was introduced in 1990, ultimately to improve road safety, because before 1990, kids could just get on the road, couldn't they, without doing any training. It's all sorts of problems. So that's really what it is. I'll go into more detail about what's involved. But what can you, when you've completed your CBT then, Charlie, so when you go to your school and you get your CBT certificate, what can you do with that then? What does it enable you to do when you've got it?
So that's very age dependent. A 16-year-old will then legally be able to go out on the road and ride a 50cc as a maximum. They must display L plates front and rear. They cannot carry a passenger, and they cannot go on a motorway. Now, if you're 17 and above, you can do your CBT on a geared 125 bike, and then the same process applies. You've got to display L plates front and rear, can't carry a passenger, and you can't go on a motorway. But with a 17-year-old, you can still do a CBT on a 50 and legally ride a 125 on the road.
Good. Yeah?
Happy with that?
Yeah. And so when you get that certificate, what do you have to do with it?
Keep it safe.
You keep it safe?
Yep, keep it safe.
Okay, Chief. Good evening, Chief, Mr. Cook.
Evening.
I have reminded everybody, Graham, to visit the YouTube live stream feed, and I've told everybody that I've scheduled a live stream for next week, and we are introducing Graham Cook, aka the Chief, to the RJH garage. I've told everybody to put the remind button on. And I've told everybody as well is that you're claiming that you're going to get 100 viewers at one time, Graham. So that's what he's in it. That's what he's claimed. So I hope you come up with the goods, Mr. Cook. That's all I'm going to say.
He's ready, the chief.
He's ready. The chief is ready. So what is it? What do you do then when you've finished, when you've completed your CBT and you've got that certificate?
Yeah.
What do you actually have to do with that certificate?
So we have to send it off.
No, what does
The individual?
the person that completes, what do they have to do it?
It's a good question, Robert. Have you got the
No,
answer?
what do they have to do with it?
Keep it safe.
Keep it safe. So where? In their pocket?
No. Keep it in a filing cabinet.
So they don't have to carry it with them.
Correct.
No, they might need to send a copy to their insurance company, in which case they should take a photocopy of it. And then, because you do all the admin of that stuff, don't you? So
Correct.
what do you do then when, so when people have finished the CBT and got, what's your administration?
Correct. So as soon as someone's completed a CBT, the DVLA need to be informed about this in order for their records to update their records.
And you do that, don't you?
So what I do is, as soon as a CBT book's completed with all of the names, the management, so Sylvia and Graham, will pass me the CBT books. I will then manually enter it all online. It's all done online these days. Everything's moved digital. I'd enter it all online in a spreadsheet. I'd send it off to the DVLA so they've got all the information of the individual, their license number, the date of completion, their restrictions, etc., etc. So that's how the DVLA track it, and then they can see this individual is able to ride automatic, this individual can ride manual.
But that doesn't get done on the same day or anything, does it? So what if, say if they're like during lockdown, as an example, so somebody completed their CBT before we went into lockdown, and then we were in lockdown for 12 weeks, so the DVLA wouldn't have known, would they? Because we only do it at the end of the book, but they haven't got nothing to worry about, have they? If they've legitimately got a CBT,
yeah.
And I suppose if they need a copy, they can come and get one from us, don't they? So if somebody needs a copy of their CBT because they've lost it for whatever reason, what's the process with that? Can they just go anywhere and get one?
No, so they've got to come back to us. If the individual did the CBT with us, they come back to us and can apply for a new one for £30.
Or copy?
A CBT copy.
Yeah,
but this is why we always recommend putting your CBT certificate somewhere safe, so that you don't have to spend another £30 on a new one.
Yeah.
Keep it in your filing cabinet, locked away somewhere safe.
30 again now, yeah, good.
30
okay,
euros.
So good. So that's what happens when you've got it then, and that's your sort of role with the CBT admin afterwards. What about then another very popular question comes through, doesn't it? Is,
I know what you're going to say.
Because somebody wants, a lot of viewers do on here, they want to do the CBT, but they're nervous or they don't know where to go because they don't know anybody that rides bikes. They go on the internet and stuff. So that's really where these live streams come really, really useful.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got the ability to do it or give it a go. You've got to be safe. But the question they get asked, don't they, is what do I need to be able to do a CBT? So what is it? If somebody wants to do a CBT, what do they need?
Well, the two main things that they would need in order to get onto a CBT course is a UK provisional or a UK full driving license.
Mm-hmm.
And number two is a screenshot of their driver record. Driver record is found on the Gov website, and that's to show your entitlements, that you've got no fouls, commitments, penalties against yourself. Basically to show that you're legally able to ride on the road.
Okay. So in order to do that, they've got to be then a minimum of 16, haven't they?
Correct.
And they've got to have their license.
Yeah.
A provisional license is a minimum, isn't
Correct.
it? Yeah, with the categories and whatnot on it. And what if somebody, they've applied for the license? Can they still come and do it and then do it? Or what?
No. So the instructors need to see an actual hard copy of one's driving license.
They need to see it.
We
Yeah.
can't accept screenshots, photos, passports. It has to be a hard copy of their driving license.
Yeah. Good.
So they then show that to the instructor on the day.
And in order to get your driver record, you need the national insurance number, don't you?
Correct.
So that's important as well. Now, what else? So somebody will say, right, well, what else do I need then? Because I've got my license. What else do I need? Or do I not need it? Can I just come along?
So denim jeans that one needs to wear as a minimum, and ankle protected footwear.
Ankle protected footwear is a
must.
Is really, yeah, it's got to be, hasn't it?
Correct. You don't want to be turning up in Crocs, in flip flops, in flimsy plimsoll trainers. Something sturdy, something to protect your ankles.
And I suppose the people that book CBTs, and it's not just with us, is it? it must be because there's bike schools up and down the country, but it's when people look at CBT, they must take responsibility, mustn't they, of what they turn up in? Because we get people. We had somebody the other week come in flip-flops, and they're expecting to get on a bike in flip-flops. Well, it's not going to happen. And if you turn up in flip-flops, you're going to be turned away. You're going to lose your money. You are going to lose your money. It's as simple as that. But they have to take responsibility. They be sensible.
But correct, 100%. And also, in addition, a confirmation text is sent to every single pupil we send, which states in capital letters to wear appropriate clothing / footwear. So they are informed about this. But you're going on a motorbike. Yeah. Safety is the main thing. You don't want to be turning up in shorts and sliders.
So let's just catch up with a few questions then. So what we got, Dave, Darren, evening, Graham, Claire Barrett, yeah. National insurance number is needed, yes.
No high heels.
Andy loves high heels, doesn't he, on a Friday night? Right? I remember doing my CBT 6 years ago, turning up in a full RST leathers and a 40 quid AGV helmet. Told I was overdressed. Well, you were told wrong, because if you've got all that gear on, that is going to... Yeah, that means that you're taking it seriously, and so
maybe all the gear, no idea.
Ooh, naughty. I hope you told them to flip-flop off. Yes, we did. But of course, we are always then to blame. So we're always there to blame. But individuals have to take responsibility. But yeah, they need to be sensible. We can provide helmet, jackets, gloves, trousers if necessary, but footwear, no. That was rude, kid. Yeah, you need to be respectful. You do. You need owe them an apology.
I do. I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah, an apology, because if somebody came to me to learn to ride a bike and all that gear on, I would. Good man.
I would as well. I'm just
because we're on the same level.
Correct.
Yes.
Much better than shorts and flip flops.
Yeah. So good man. Now, So you got all the gear, you got your license, you got everything else then, and I suppose then you're booking for your CBT, and then you need to come in, don't you?
Correct.
And it's good fun and it's enjoyable, isn't it? But it's also a serious business.
Correct.
A CBT is a serious business. So we've got a few new ones in here. Irfan Yousaf, good evening, Irfan. And we got an Albi. Hello. There's 2 new ones.
Yeah.
Where have they come from then? Back up to 32. It's creeped up a little bit. So yeah, where you're from, guys, let us know where you're from, what stage of your training you're at, and what's brought you to the CBT live stream. Is it CBT that you've come across? So we got 32, but not very many likes. So how can we change that?
Get liking. Click the button. Subscribe down below.
So that's what it is. That's what you need. We now know what we can do when we've completed it. And you also need it if you want to do further training, don't you? You need that CBT certificate. You need to produce it for your module 1s. You need to produce it for your module 2s. When it was introduced, 1990. So what's involved? Okay, so CBT then, what is involved? So, I mean, RJH, we have 3 schools. We conduct over 800 CBTs a year. Well done, Beverly. I was going to come on to that, but you just prompted there. You need glasses. So if you can't read a number plate from 20.5 meters, on arrival to your CBT, when they've checked all your documents and everything, you will also get an eyesight check. You need to be able to read a number plate from 20.5 meters. Very near Manchester. Got my theory on the 11th, being rescheduled numerous times because of COVID. Yeah, that is the trouble.
Are you doing it with us? I'll be. Or are you with someone else?
You got focus in Bury. But yeah, subscribe.
Let us know where you're at.
There you go. It's gone up to 20 likes now. So just because you've asked, it's gone
one more
20.
time. Let's ask. See if it can go to 25. Click the like button.
Click the like button
just down there.
Click the subscribe button
and share the video.
But press that reminder for next week's live stream when we're going to introduce Graham Cook, aka the Chief, to the garage.
33 viewers. 22.
Keep it up.
Fantastic.
So what is involved in the CBT? 5 parts: A, B, C, D, and E. So A, B, C, D, and E. And you got to go in that order. You got to go A to B to C to D and then to E. You can't go C, D. You've got to go A, B, C, D, E. All right. No, Reese, you're wrong. Charlie has been promoted from the poodle. He's no longer a poodle, are you? Well, you're not far off. You still got a bit of
director, is it? Are we there yet? Director.
Where? No, you're not.
No, not the number director.
No, you're way off. Listen, mate, you've got, you know, you need to get out of bloody shorts yet. You're still in bloody school shorts, you are, lad. Hey, you're still in school shorts. You got to earn your stripes, boy. Haven't you?
It's a work in progress. Nice work, 24.
24, come on, I can see. Tonight, you know.
That can go to 28, and maybe if we do it one more
tonight could be the night that tonight could be the night that I give away a £199 CBT to one of you lucky viewers. If I can get up to 100, I'm going to give away a £100 CBT.
What would it take to get to
100? A £199 CBT.
Wow. That's very generous.
Yeah. So basically, let's go through it. Element A then is an introduction to the CBT. I'm going to go through all this, but an introduction to the CBT where you're talking about the aims of the course and how the day is going to go, and a bit of history about where the CBT came from, why it was introduced, what's happened since it was introduced. So it's a little bit of an informal discussion. And Element A is also then going to be talking about what you need to wear: helmets, clothing, and why, what's legal, what's not, and why you need to wear it all. So that's a good, probably about a 45-minute, a good thorough Element A introduction or talk is a good 45 minutes. So we start off at 8 o'clock, cut off point 8:15. If no one's arrived by 8:15, the gates get locked. So, you know, anybody up and down the country, you've got your schedule, you know what time you need to be at your CBT, and do yourself a favor, get there nice and early. It's less stress for you, it's less stress for your instructors. And all sorts of excuses come out. You know, arriving at 10 o'clock, oh yeah, whatever. No, get on time, make it easy and less stressful for your instructors, because, you know, it's a very structured day. And if anybody's late, it affects not only you or the instructor, it affects the whole group. So get there nice and early, better to be early. And then you won't get turned away if you're late. Element B is where you go onto the training yard and you talk through the bikes. So the bike that you're going to be riding, bike familiarization, controls, what you do, what you don't do. You do maintenance, daily checks, weekly checks. You do stands on, off the stands, different types. You're wheeling the bike around, bringing it to a stop with a front brake. And then you're going to get on, starting and stopping the bike is all in Element B, which is headed practical on-site training. And again, Element B is about 45 minutes. Keep firing those questions away. Keep firing those questions away. Dave Smith, have a good breakfast on day 2. Get a good breakfast. Keep that brain fueled. Very, very important. So Element B will take you up to sort of close on to 10 o'clock. So we look at sort of hopefully getting our trainees on the bikes by 10 o'clock. So you start at 8, that's 10 o'clock. So you've already done a couple of hours. Element C is where we get practical on-site riding. So that's where we can only go at your pace. And this is the element that we can't really put a time on it. It could be an hour and a half, it could be 2 hours, you know, or you might need 10 hours. Everybody is different. But most schools, like ourselves, you know, if you're in a group, there's got to be a cut-off point. So yes, the CBT is a whole day, but if you're one of 4 pupils and you're struggling with something, you're not going to get one-to-one tuition with your instructor during the day, because there's a group of trainees. So you might be invited to come back. You might be recommended to come back. And RJH is probably one of the only training schools that I know of that, you know, we identify that nice and early. So if you're struggling in the first 30 minutes and we think a taster session would benefit you in order to complete your CBT, then we'll just have a pull you to one side, have a chat with you, recommend that you pay for a taster, but you will not lose your CBT. We will reschedule it free of charge, but we want you to come back, have a taster session. Let's get you going, and then yes, you'll be able to now complete your CBT, because you can't just come along and think I'm going to complete my CBT. Most of the time it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, and you mustn't be disappointed if you have to revisit and do some training, because we all learn at different paces. Reese Green, would you suggest doing a taster at first? Absolutely, 100%. How many tasters did we do last year?
Last year we did, good question.
It was in the hundreds.
Yeah, 170 it was.
Okay, you did 170 tasters last year. We charged £50 for 1 hour tasters, and we sold 170 because people, yeah, come along. Right, you are ready for your CBT. No, you need another taster. So we always would recommend for a new rider, book a taster session before your CBT, and it will prove to be a much smoother, less stressful, enjoyable CBT. Please repeat question back before giving answer. If I don't catch the live stream and watch it later, a lot of that makes sense without knowing the question. Please repeat question back before giving answer. Don't understand. You understand that?
Me to repeat
if I
the
don't
question.
Catch the live stream, watch it later, a lot of it doesn't make sense without knowing the question.
Just repeat the question a couple of times.
Did I ask a question?
You've been asking me some questions.
Oh, asking you a question?
Maybe.
Right, okay. I don't understand that question, but anyway. Hey! Ready, Brecky Rides. That is Sam. Sam, the army boy who is currently in America.
That America.
America. Layla, you've been beaten. Layla, if you're still watching, you're in the Netherlands. We got Ready Brecky Rides, who is in America. Whereabouts in America are you, Sam?
My guess is Washington.
No, he's not in Washington.
All right, it's Texas.
He'll tell us, yeah. No, it's not in Texas.
All right, it's Colorado.
Might be Colorado.
Back from the sunny
Back
side.
from the sunny side, I was in Texas.
Come on! Out of 50 different states.
No, 52.
50.
50? Can you repeat them all?
Alabama and Alaska, Arkansas, out of 50, Rob, on my second
So,
guess.
Sam, you need to come down and say hello, mate. No, if it's a question from a viewer, you can't see the question if you watch it. You can.
You should be able to.
Beverly, you can see the questions. All of the live streams have the chat on the side. You need to activate you can do it on your home screen to view all the questions. And it's time related as well. So as I'm talking now and the comments come up, it is relevant to that time. It's all linked in time. Correct. So what can they need to do that on their home screen, don't they? Yeah.
El Paso, to be exact. Nice place.
Hey, 34. That's not bad, is
and
it?
rising.
34,
25 likes.
Hit that like.
Hit that like.
Now, practical on-site training. Have we done that? Was I on Element C? Practical on-site. Really can't put time on that, and so yeah. So what is involved in Element C? The first thing is moving off and stopping. Now, as instructors, we should be able to. Beverly, you should be able to. You need to do something on your settings, because if you play back a live stream, the live chat, I think you've got a choice. You need to click a little button, I think, to activate it, but it is available. Yeah. So Element C, the first thing is moving off and stopping in a straight line, full length of the yard. Now, as an instructor, and we've been doing this for 20 years, I've been teaching for 20 years. We conduct 800 CBTs plus. We're going to do 1,000 CBTs this year.
That's going to be my question.
Yeah, we do 1,000 CBTs this year. Now we know, so I know, my team would know on that first module of moving off and stopping in a straight line and control position use brakes, we will know at that point whether you will need a taster before CBT. Because if that process is going to take over 30 minutes, you're not going to be getting through your CBT in a day. So that's how we sort of cut it. And that is offering a really good service, because we don't just let you alone and then give it an hour or two and then sack you off and then you got to buy another CBT. We identify that nice and early, and we offer that taster session. And that is a very, very good service. RJH, Wigan Open Day is the 5th of June. Was that not the birthday? I don't know. I'm getting confused. There was a post out on it anyway. So Element C then is moving off and stopping in a straight line in control position. So using both brakes. So quick question there then. What is the most effective way of using the brakes in a straight line? So who can answer that? What is the most effective way of braking in a straight line? Now, that's the first exercise, and that can take, I think, take about 15 minutes. Good evening, Andrew. Andrew Watkins. Andrew, did you pass with me this week?
He did.
Well done, Dave. Did Andrew pass with me this week as module 2? He passed his module 1 first time, module 2 first time. Another one of our passes. How many? Yeah, we've got a few on.
Fantastic.
And Andrew has bought a nice Kawasaki EOS 6N. So good man, Andrew. Well done. I think that was a couple of days ago. So a new rider for us. Yeah, so braking in a straight line, front brake, back brake. Just remind me, ladies and gents, what happens if you bring your clutch in after the brakes or before the brakes? What does it cause? Which and where? 30. Have you done those questions? Have you got the questions?
I've got three questions.
You've got 3. Right, we'll do those at 9:30.
9:30.
Lots of passes this week across RJH. Yes, Graham, you're absolutely right.
Teamwork.
Lots of passes up and down across all of our sites. So all looking good. So just waiting for a few more questions on the braking practice, the bike to stall. Fortune HD, the bike to stall. Well, if you leave the clutch out, mate, it will stall. What happens if you bring the clutch in before the brakes? I want you to move off.
We won't.
No.
Underneath.
Right, okay then. So what would happen if you bring the clutch in before the brakes, ladies and gents? Back in a minute. Yeah, you're having a water stop. Yeah, what would happen if you bring the clutch in before the brakes? Oh, look at that wind. Whew, that wind. So what would happen if you bring your brakes in? Graham Cook, you must not give the answers away, Mr. Cook. You're cheating. So if you bring the clutch in before the brakes, you are coasting. Yeah, you're coasting. Now, 32. 32. Can we get up to 35 before Charlie gets back? Can we get up to 35? Malcolm. There, is that you a new one, Malcolm? Where are you from, mate? Dave, you answered before Graham. Yeah, good. So definitely worth getting a taster first if you're a brand new rider, then a CBT. Reese, I would highly recommend, mate, getting a taster before your CBT if you've not ridden. Yes, I would certainly recommend that. I'm just going to close the window. To be honest, Reese, you will love it, okay? You will love it. And your instructor at the end of your taster will be able to say, well done, Reese, good man. Yeah, get your CBT booked. Or they might even say to you, how does that go? Yeah, good. I'd recommend you doing another one. But yeah, if you've not ridden before, a taster is really, really beneficial. So the next thing, moving on then after the moving off and stopping in a straight line, is slow riding. And slow riding is a skill that a lot of experienced riders can't even do. So what do you know about slow riding then, ladies and gents? That's element C. That's on the road, on the yard. Slow speed control. So what is your slow speed control? Anybody got the answers? There isn't a window. Yeah. Wait. No. Well. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. It was a little window. There's a parked car on the side, Donna. That's the window I meant. I didn't mean a window in a building. It was a window in a. And the wind, I think, is going to be coming again. There it is. There's the wind. Whew. Clutch, throttle, and back brake control. Well done, Darren. Clutch. Slipping that clutch. I know I'm good. Mr. Cook, you know you're good. Let's see you next week, mate. Get 100 viewers. That's what we're after. Yeah, that is what we're after. Graham claims he's going to get 100 viewers.
It's hot out there in the outback.
Ooh. I was complimented on my slow speed control at the weekend because you've been taught, Claire, by the best. Claire Bear rides a Honda Rebel 500 and she was taught by the best. Jerry's here. Clutch, brake, throttle control. Yes, which brake, Jerry? Which brake?
Might ask you to move up a little bit so I can enter the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Those views went up when you went. Now they've gone back down again. Now you've come back on the scene. You've gone back down again.
No, it's rising. That'll hit 40 tonight.
I think it will hit 40. The record was 62 then. Back brake, yes. Rear brake. The third part of your CBT would be understanding how to use a brake. So we've said about in a straight line, front brake, back brake. He's cruising for a bruise in him. He's getting cheeky.
Is he?
He's getting cheeky, yeah. Fortune HD, I know who you are. Hey, I know who he is, don't I? Hey, I know who he is. So yeah, the third part of your CBT Element C is understanding how to use the brakes, and brakes are really important. So in a straight line, the most effective use of the brakes is front brake followed by back brake and then the clutch. And we do an ABC. If ABC helps you, accelerator off, brakes front back, C clutch. And it's already been mentioned, Graham's got, yeah, I said, Graham, you mustn't let people, they need to work it out themselves.
Jeez.
Clutch after brakes. Because there's a third brake. Who knows what the third brake is then? Reese, it is correct. Yeah, it is. It's a safety. It's not a test. It's not a pass. It's not a fail. Sylvia, Claire Bears had training from Sylvia, Rob, and Graham. RJH all the way. I cannot argue with that.
4 engines.
Engine braking. I'll tell you what, we've got a good crowd.
Knowledgeable.
Very knowledgeable.
Maybe we should host an RJH quiz on one of the next lives.
Yeah?
A quiz night.
Quiz night. Could do.
Hosted by the Chuckle Brothers.
I don't know. Liam. On your recommended. Is that how you came across this live stream, Liam? On your recommended CBT? So if it is, Liam, please like the channel, subscribe to the channel.
35 viewers.
35.
Come on.
Yeah.
40.
No,
Hit the like button.
I want 100. Liam, yes. Yes, so great.
Tyler Bishop, nice to meet you, buddy. Where are you from? Your CBT is in June. Is that with us? If you've not liked the button, click the like. That's what we like to see. Thank you.
So there's a few new names on tonight, isn't there?
It is. It's fantastic. Spread the word. Get all your friends involved.
Same as Liam on recommended. So please do like, subscribe to the channel because the live streams are proven to be very, very popular. You've not delivered Julie Simpson's parcel.
Julie, I'll get it delivered to you. Hand delivered. This is special delivery. I've been busy working all week. Living the dream.
You've had a day off.
Yeah, time to relax and recover for the following day. So it'll get delivered, Jay. Don't you worry. One thing that is worth mentioning is where the bike has slipper.
Don't understand that. A slipper clutch.
What's a slipper clutch?
Never heard of it. but I can learn. I know.
Tyler from down south going with Cam Rider. Fantastic. Good luck. Hopefully our videos help.
Cam Rider are probably the biggest, one of the biggest two ATVs in the country. They've got franchises. So they've got different around the country. So they've got a franchise model, along with Phoenix. They've got a franchise model, but Cam Rider.
Fantastic.
We're in Chester. Furthest north was Chester, I think, but that went.
That down south.
So it's a primarily a southern-based company.
All the companies in London.
Yeah. So C4 then.
Hi Jack, a new viewer. Everyone like the video.
Robbie, when I rode the BMX as a kid, I used to use my trainers as a third brake. Yeah, I know. We've all been there. Yeah. I only passed the CBT on their own bike cruiser. Oh yeah, with the U-turn. You have to find a wide U-turn. People do use their own bikes if they're renewing their CBT, or certain people will bring their own bike for a CBT if they're more comfortable. Maybe the smaller people and stuff like that can use their own bike. But we can cater for that. Most schools will cater for that as long as it's roadworthy and it's insured. And most schools will, we would always recommend using our bikes. The prices we charge include our bike. And, for you guys as well, if you damage, whatever, then it's not your bike, is it? So, yeah, we do get people AD using their own bike. But check with your local school. That's what I would recommend with that. So braking, we've done ABC, yeah. So that's the third part of Element C. The fourth part is that the pupil must be able to change gears satisfactorily. And ideally, we try and get you to do 1 to 2 to 3 to 2 to 1. So if you do 1, 2, and 3 on a CBT road on the pad, then great. Now, people get a bit of a brain thing about overthinking about gears, but if you're a car driver, manual car driver, it's just the coordination. It's just a bit of muscle memory. It's coordination, but nothing to worry about. So ideally, we can get you 1, 2, 3 down to 1 on the gears if we can. The fifth part of your CBT, Element C, Module 5, the fifth part is that your pupil must be able to ride the machine around in a figure of 8. So the figure of 8 is slow speed. So who can remind me the 3 controls on slow speed? And yeah, look where you're going. Don't look at the cones and stuff like that. Think about a mini roundabout. Think about moving off at a T junction. Think about moving off behind a parked car. It's all slow speed control. Right, Fortune 80, well done for that. Yeah, that's beyond me, mate. I don't know anything about them. I don't confess to even want to, but especially I couldn't non-off you bike run them. No, so it's not something we use as a bike school. Robbie, love your channel. Watch loads of videos. Hoping to get a bike at some point. Well done, Rob. Are you new onto the channel tonight? If you are, is AD new tonight? There's a few new names.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
So Robbie, he's new. How did you come across the video? Interesting to know where these new 295 braces. So quite a few names. Where 295 braces? Where did you come across the channel, mate? Robbie, where did you come across the channel? New name tonight. AD Summerlin. Where did you get the channel from? Jack, where did you get the channel?
Tyler, Liam.
There's a lot of new names tonight. Yeah, you can do your CBT on an auto. So where are all these new names?
Them setting reminders, maybe.
Interesting. So 32. Let's get that rising.
Early on an hour.
Yeah, and we're on another 30 minutes. Another 30 minutes, and we're opening up that competition. So new onto the channel tonight, Robbie. If so, please do subscribe to the channel. Watch the live streams every Friday night. Live stream, different topic every Friday night. All this information, questions can be answered. It's all free of charge wherever you are up and down the country. So do get on.
36 viewers. Rising.
After watching your YouTube vids, it comes up as recommended. Fantastic. So please support the channel by subscribing. I can't tell you how important that is. Liam Hughes, for the highway code, what's all the information I need to know? Just a basic understanding, Liam. We're not going to be asking you questions to try and catch you out. If you have a school that is trying to catch you out, it's not a good school. We just want you to have an understanding of the highway code, and as long as you can show that you are willing to learn and that you are learning, you know, basic understanding is all we need to see. And when you get on the road, a basic understanding. It's not a test, so just get your highway code app on your phone or a highway code book and just do a bit of studying. But you're going to have a lot of understanding of the highway code as a pedestrian, as a cyclist, you know, so it's not rocket science, mate.
Correct.
I was watching scooter videos recently. Your vids were recommended on my homepage. Great, that's good to hear. Are you? Yeah, so please, yeah, subscribe. That's what we want you to do. All of the CBT, the content is on the videos. We have a playlist of CBTs. So everything, the classroom talks, the road rides, everything. Somebody in Northern Ireland. That's another new name tonight.
Another new name. Nice to meet you.
There must be about 10 new names tonight.
It's fantastic.
Isn't it?
Hopefully there'll be regulars now each week.
That is good.
38 viewers we just hit.
So another 30 minutes and we're going to have a competition. 3 questions. First question.
Read over the questions.
Not yet, no. What do they win?
They win an RJH cap, an RJH neck tube, and an RJH lanyard valued at about £23,
yeah. Ladies
and gentlemen.
Good. Tyler.
Claire Bear, you're not new tonight, Claire. Don't give us that.
She is.
Claire's not new.
Claire's new tonight. Absolutely.
Claire's been into the office to see me.
No, new on the channel tonight. On the live stream tonight.
Right.
So has Claire subscribed and has she shared?
I understand. I thought it was another Claire. Too many Claires around these days.
Yes, I'm new. Midlife biker now. Need to go further. Love it. Full cars. Just needs a great channel. Great. Are you subscribed, AD? My mother wasn't happy, so bye. Have a good
Bye,
night.
Beverly.
Bye, Beverly.
Keep well.
So what was next on the CBT? Pupil figure 8. So slow speed. Nobody's answered what the control is on figure 8. So it's gas, your throttle. Can't really say gas on the electric ones, can we?
That's it.
It's not
electric
gas.
Is the way.
We have got some electric scooters.
10% of our bike fleet are 10%. Electric.
And do you know, I've saw another one that's got the electric geared bikes, 125 gear bikes. So I think I might want to have a look at them.
Well, we can go together one day if you want.
Right, what's after the figure of 8? So Element C, module 6. Pupil must be able to bring the machine to a stop under full control as in an emergency. So how, emergency stop. So how are you going to do that, ladies and gents? Who knows what the braking pressure is on emergency stop? What's the braking pressure on brakes? Wet weather, dry weather. Who can answer that then? Braking percentages in the wet. Let's see if anybody comes up with that. But that's element C, module 6. Bringing the bike to a stop as in an emergency. 70 front, 30 rear. Yes. Benson Ferrari. That's a
new name.
New name again. Where are you from, Benson? Oh, he's gone. 70 front, 30 back in the dry. 50-50 when, Jerry? Darren's there. Darren's 90% front, 10% rear. Bit much on the front, that, Darren. I would say 70-30. Half and half in wet. Chips and rice. Wonder where he's from. London.
Yeah.
In the wet, yes, correct. So what's the biggest cause of skidding then? Who can tell me what is the biggest cause of skidding? Yeah, biggest cause. Do you know what the biggest cause of skidding is?
I want to guess mud patches in the road.
Nope.
Salt.
No. Biggest cause of skidding.
Lack of control on the bike.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong, but you're not right.
Snow. Ice.
So all of you there, cows, there's a good one. All of you are not wrong, but you're not right. So the biggest cause of skidding is you. It's the person on the bike. Human error. Darren S.
Darren's always on it.
He's. I'll tell you what. Darren S. He's the man. Isn't he? He's the man. He just needs to get his bike license and then 3 years' time come and spend 2 weeks with us and become an instructor, doesn't he?
That's the plan, hopefully.
Well done, Darren. What's the second cause of skidding then? Who can tell me what the second cause of skidding is?
Other road users. They could cause you to skid.
Yeah, but that's not...
Right, but I'm wrong.
You're right, but you're wrong.
Understood. See if Darren S knows the answer.
What's the second cause of skidding, Darren? It's Mr. Smith. He's been quiet tonight, hasn't he?
He's eating his roast dinner.
What's up, Mr. Smith? You're a bit quiet tonight, mate. Darren, man. Machinery failure. The bike.
Darren,
Could be the tyres. So yeah, Darren.
RTX Gaming. New tyres, lol. Not wrong.
What's the third and final contributor? So it's human error, rider error, bike failure. What's the third? You watch Darren, he's going to come in.
Dave, it's your 50th. Happy birthday, buddy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Dave.
What is the third? Darren S.
Man, machine, environment, road surface. Correct. He's the man. Darren is the man. Hey, isn't he?
Intelligent.
He is intelligent. So, Module 7 then on Element C. Module 7 on Element C is the pupil must understand and demonstrate how to carry out rear observations. Now, there's two different types of a rear observation on a motorcycle. So come on then, Darren, let us know, mate. What are they? Darren
the man.
How do I look tonight? Do I still look tired? Do I look tired? Marvel film.
Direct, indirect.
Bloody, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to get Darren to do it. Darren, you need to get this live show going, mate.
He's going to be one of our guests one week.
Darren S has got all the answers. Hasn't he? He's got all the answers.
Let's see if he gets this week's competition.
Darren, you need to get your license, mate. Come down and get your license with RJH and we'll look after you. And then 3 years' time, get your instructor. We'll give you a job.
Craig Lee Bike, that's a new name.
Another new name, Craig Lee. So
that's 13
So
new.
what do you need to, when you see this new name come up, Charlie, what do you need to do?
Craig, hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. Share the videos. Put your reminders on. We appreciate it.
And where did he, how was he?
Where are you from?
But where's he come across
Where did
the
you
channel?
come from? Where did you go, Craig?
No,
Where did
he come to the channel from? How did he find the channel?
Where did you find us?
Tonight.
Correct.
How did he come across? Was it recommended or what? That's what you need to find out.
I'd like to know, please, Craig Lee
You've got to
Biker.
ask these questions, Charlie.
38 is our maximum so far. Come on, 3 more viewers.
I'm happy. Listen, it's a Friday night. The weather's been good. And it's been a really lousy week. The sun's been shining. People want to get out.
Correct.
So I'm happy with that. And I'm happy with this.
Correct.
All this interaction. Rob, the CBT last weekend was so full. I felt happy. So I had been and bought an MT15 school conference on. Need to pop in and see Sylvie when down later this year. Darren, yeah, I mean, the standards up and down the country are variable. And, you know, I'm not blowing my own trumpet, mate, but what we do is very, very good. It's not just me. My team are very good. and you know, we have some top-notch instructors, and you know, that's what we are. That's what we're about. So indirect and direct. So direct being your lifesavers, correct, and indirect being your mirrors. So how often should we be looking in the mirrors then? Who's got that? How often should we be looking in the mirrors?
Every 8 to 10 seconds.
Yeah. Well, I'd expect you to know the answer. I'm from Southeast London and found you from YouTube. Great. Nice to see you tonight, Craig. Craig Mod 1, there is some very good step-by-step vids on YouTube showing you manual handling, slide figure, how to read maneuvers. But remember, the test starts as soon as you get on. Yeah, the test starts as soon as you meet the examiner. Yeah, the test starts as soon as you meet the examiner.
Craig is from Southeast London. Fantastic. 40. Great. Boom. 40 viewers. Get in. That's what we love. 41. Come on.
So Fortune is he's just helping us out now. Fortune, yeah. So Andy is helping us. He's going around the schools, helping, just keeping the bikes tidy, and then
is this Andy from my mate Andy?
Yeah, and then suggesting suggesting they need brake pads, whatever. So he's just helping us out, keeping on top of our bikes. But Andy is, so he's going to be doing his theory testing. He wants to get his bike license. So there's a lot of content here for you, Andy. Dave Smith, I'm booked in with Lightning. Yeah, I've heard of Lightning. At Reading on Monday, was going to use you, but could not fit around my schedule.
One of those things.
Well, we'll get you next time. Dave.
41 viewers. Fantastic.
What I would say is, 41 viewers. That is good. What I would say is use the channel. Use it with your instructors, and use the channel. And then when you go in instructors, it'll help you along. Use it as an aid to help you.
19 minutes till the
3 questions.
The 3 questions. Have a look at them, and I'll speak to the viewers whilst you're looking at the questions. So the competition in 19 minutes. Hopefully, we'll have 50 viewers by then. You could be in with a chance of winning an RJH cap, an RJH neck tube to keep you warm in these cold winter months, and a lanyard, an RJH lanyard with a combined total value of £23. Not bad, eh, for a freebie, for a free night quiz.
Can I enter?
No, Robert. You can't.
Can any employee enter?
No. Sylvia, Graham, Lisa, you're all barred. Robert, Charlie, we're barred.
You know who's not been on tonight?
Who?
Andy. Andy Davis.
Shocking.
He's normally here, isn't he?
Robbie, I heard lightning had been struck off. That's a good one, Rob.
I like it. So, moving on to Element C, Module 8 is... The pupil must be able to carry out simulated left and right turns using the OSM PSL. So, who knows what OSM PSL stands for? Who knows what OSM PSL stands for? Now, all of these subjects that I'm talking through are on our YouTube channel. Liam, I think more people need to be in here because there won't be many opportunities where people like you help people on the CBT. So I just want to say thank you. Liam, you are welcome. Liam. Yeah, it is. So, and the only reason we do it is because we want to help people out. And primarily when I started the channel, it was to help our pupils out in the school. And the channel's only 6 years old, but it's also me. I was able to learn a new skill myself by filming and editing. So it's all a learning curve for me. And even the live streams more recently, it's a learning because I like to learn new skills. And if that skill that then can be passed on to new people on the road, because I've been riding, next year I will have first got on a bike 50 years ago. Next year I first got on a bike 50 years ago. I know I don't look it. I know I don't look that old. And and I've run my own school for nearly 20 years, and we've taught thousands and thousands and thousands of people. So what makes my ticks my boxes is passing that on to people. And I love people paying me. I love people coming to my school and paying me because it's contributing to my retirement fund. But I like helping people up and down the country, and that gives me a big buzz. And especially, Liam, when people say it like that. Thank you very much. Observation signal maneuver, Darren. Yes. What about the last PSL? Who's got PSL? Not PMS, not PML. It's not PML, it's PSL.
Rob, with complimenting you was minus 25 when you started. Basically saying you're 25 now.
Yeah, he's a good lad, is Rob. It's a good name, Rob. It's the best name, Rob. Charlie, is Rob your old man? Hey, see, they're all coming now.
They're wanting to know the personal information.
Yeah. So 1972, I first got on a bike.
Really?
Yeah, 1972. And it was around a field in the Cotswolds, in the village where I was born. I was born in the house. My mum and dad, I was born in the house that we lived in Frampton Mansell, in the village, little village in the Golden Valley between Stroud and Cirencester. And Rex Tuck, he's gone now. Rex Tuck let us ride a Honda C90 round the fields. So we had a little jerry can up to the petrol station, fill it up. Summer of 1972. There were 6 of us. Parents never saw us all day. Go home black as the ace of spades, stunk of petrol and God knows what else. But we used to squabble on who had the bike, going around the field and the cows in the middle. 1972. You're not allowed to retire, Rob. No.
Rob will never retire.
Slept in a sidecar instead of a crib. Yeah, it's funny. I think my dad was, but I never knew my dad. I didn't know my blood father really, but I think he was a biker. He's long gone as well now anyway. But yeah, I believe he was a biker. Position, speed and look, yes. Robbie, VPL. What's VPL? VPL.
Very pleasing.
Don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, junctions, left and right turn. And the final thing in Element C is the U-turn. So that's the 9th module, is the U-turn, which again is your slow speed control. Now your U-turn and your emergency stop, which you do on Element C, you also do those on the road. What I'd say about Element C as well, depending on the ability of the trainee, but all the contents, those 9 modules in Element C can be mixed up to the ability of the pupil. But how I've just talked it through is geared up for a learner going from never ridden through to ridden. But here he is, Andy! Andy Davis. Hola. Yeah, we were missing you, Andy. We were missing you, mate. So where you been? Have you had a little power nap? Is it getting a bit too much for you, boy? Hey, a power nap. I thought I was the only one that had a power nap. Hey, I thought I was the only one. Although Graham, I think I got my power naps off Graham, because Graham started having a power nap. So I thought I'm gonna have a bloody power nap.
A 14th new one tonight.
So what you got to say to
Met P? Like, subscribe, comment.
Like, subscribe, comment,
share. Set your reminders on.
Set your reminders for next week's live feed.
Where are you from? You want to do your full bike license? Are you local? How did you find us?
He needs to come to us, doesn't he?
Come to the best in the Northwest.
So what, we've got 12 minutes for the live stream.
Are you happy with those questions?
Absolutely, 100%. Well done. And, you know, I don't often say well done, but they are all right then. I'm not one for saying well done.
Directorial skills, that.
I only say well done to myself. So 12 minutes to go for the competition. So yeah, now when you finish Element C then, and Element C, as I say, is the one that we start Element C about 10 o'clock. We like to finish Element C if you're going to be going on the road by 1 o'clock. So that's 3 hours. And if we start getting into 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, then, you know, Element D, which I'll go on to in a minute, is another 45 minutes. And then you've got 2 hours on the road, so it can be too late and the concentration levels go. We've got a duty care to keep you safe We don't want you getting into any trouble. So, come 1 o'clock as well, 10 till 1. So as I said before, if we feel the taster would be beneficial, then we get that in nice and early. So you've gone, you're carrying the CBT over, get a taster in. But for those that remain on Element C, there's no time to it. But because we say there's no time to it, people think that they're going to get it done in a day. Well, it doesn't work like that. I say, so look at about 3 hours. If we're then not happy about taking you on the road, or you're not happy, then at that point you'll be invited to come back maybe for a bit more training on the yard. But that comes at a price. You can't just come along and do it for nothing. You're gonna have to pay for that. But it's all about safety. It's all about getting you to a safe level that you are able to go on the road. So that's Element C. When we sort of get to about 1 o'clock, then we're also looking at deciding whether we're going to take you on the road or not, which is all about safety. So it's sort of a bit of a mutual decision, but we've got a lot of experience that we can sort of generally make the right decision.
Mets from Northern Ireland. The Irish are in full force tonight.
That's Sylvia, because Sylvia's from there, isn't it?
Sylvia is from Ireland, Dublin.
Sylvia is from Ireland.
AWA UK, is that another new one? I think I've seen that one before. Yeah, hi buddy, how are you doing?
I've seen AWK. Scott King, that's a new one.
That's 16 new ones tonight.
I passed my CBT on 27th of April now, just looking for a bike.
Where did you pass, Scott? Are you local? Have you liked? Have you subscribed to the video? Your whole CBT was 4.5 hours.
So you obviously ridden before.
Yeah. 4.5 hours. Cutting corners.
Hi guys, love the show. Jamie Martin, there's another one.
17.
Hi guys, love the show. Did my Irish equivalent a couple of years ago. Love the videos. Regards, James.
Thank you, James.
Where are you from?
Where are you from, James? Have you liked? Have you subscribed? Have you shared the videos? Have you set your reminders on? We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, message Charlie on that one, Andy. I don't want to get into that conversation tonight, but yeah, I've got 2 days off, mate. I was on a day off on Monday as well. That was a day off that I had, but yeah, speak to Charlie, message Charlie. He looks after the diary.
Matt, subscribe. Well, this is the first live stream. Yeah, every Friday, 8 p.m.
Every Friday, 8 p.m. Next week. Set your reminders on, everybody. Next week, we're welcoming, aka the Chief, Graham Cook, aka the Chief. Now, Graham has been with us for 10 years, and Sylvia, but Graham's been with us for 10 years. He runs Manchester, and Graham has said that he's going to get 100 views, 100 people watching at the same time next week. So let's help him try and do that. But he thinks he's going to do it. I hope he don't let me down. So come on, set that reminder on. Set that reminder on.
4.5 hours CBT on a geared bike, and he'd not ridden for 35 years.
Well, it's possible. It is possible. Jay, have subscribed, etc. Thanks,
James.
Well done, James.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Set those reminders on for the live stream for next. And tonight I'm going to be scheduling a live stream for another 2 weeks' time. Come up with another topic. Where are your centres located?
We've got 3 locations, Rob. We've got one in Eccles in Manchester. We've got another one in Wigan at the Three Sisters Race Circuit.
Fantastic location, that.
Brilliant. Prime it is.
Yeah.
It's prime.
Yeah.
And a third one in Northwich.
Now, it doesn't get any better on J&S in Northwich, does it? The biggest bike.
Over 30 stores in the United Kingdom.
Fantastic facility in Northwich.
And lovely, friendly staff.
The staff are absolutely brilliant. It's a Kawasaki dealership.
There's no messing about.
They don't get much better than that.
Good point, Beverly. Topic for you, your first big bike. We can discuss that one week.
Yeah, first big bike. I live in London. My CBT is about 8 hours. Yes, definitely feel like I've learned a lot, and I watch a lot of your CBT videos, but I've done mine. So thank you as well.
Our pleasure, Scott.
Great, Scott. Yeah, good CBT. 6-8 hours? A good CBT. I mean, 2 hours is on the road. So if you got that lad who's 4.5 hours. So if you did your CBT in 4.5 hours, your 2 hours have got to be on the road. So
2.5 hours to go through all of it. Interesting. Please open a batch on the south coast. Listen, find me a spot and I will come down and open up a school there.
How?
Do you mean how?
You don't even know where the south coast is, lad.
Brighton, Portsmouth, Southampton, Plymouth.
You don't know where the South Coast is. You've never been outside of Bleeding Whitefield, have you?
No, I know how to get to the Chinese takeaway in back.
You know how to get to the Chinese takeaway, yes. Talking of which,
we could get on tonight.
I'm off tomorrow.
Tomorrow the boys can get a takeaway, yeah?
No, I'd rather have a korma.
All right, well, the boys will get a korma, yeah? Nice. Maria, a new one. 18. 18 tonight. Like, subscribe, watch lots of videos for months.
There's a couple of good schools in Bolton, Reese. There's a couple of good schools in Bolton. And
Maria, thank you.
I would say, you know, there are I know the couple of schools in Bolton well. So you'd be in safe hands. So Mike Williams, Andy Hunter, very good, very well respected trainers in the industry. But if you want to come to us, come on over. Come on over.
Maria, thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It's nice to see new people getting on board, and good luck for your CBT on Monday in Essex. Graham, if you could open up a branch anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Ooh, it would have to be, for me,
Spain.
It would have to be the French Riviera.
Posh.
Saint-Tropez.
Very posh.
On Thebes.
Might be Cape Town,
Saint-Tropez,
South Africa.
Saint-Tropez on Thebes. Went there as a young teenager, and at the time of my life.
What's wrong with the Madras?
2-0 for me.
Reece still coming to us. Give us a bell tomorrow, Reece. We'll have a chat. I'm in the office all day tomorrow. Rob, do you still ride a Pan 1300?
No, I got Isamu. She went about my last ST 1300, which I did a good trip down in Spain, all 8 countries, 5,000 miles on the YouTube channel. She went about 3 years ago. The reason she went at the time, because I had 3 bikes. She was one of 3. I had the ST 1300, I had the DeVille, and I got the current one in a CB 1000. And I just, too many. I was only riding one at once. And the right price came along, and that money went to getting a new kitchen, basically. So anyway, there we are.
I had a few recommendations from a few people, Reece. Good, that's good.
But AW8 UK, one of my favourite bikes is the ST 1300. It is a beautiful bike, and if one came along at the right price, because they don't make it anymore, if a newer one came along at the right price, I would snap it up. I really would.
Does the name Sam Wiseman ring any bells?
Yes, it does. Sam Wiseman. Definitely rings a bell. Sam Wiseman, yes. Is it a mate, Reece, or yeah?
37 viewers,
right,
37.
Any weave on a pan? I never experienced it because I generally didn't go silly on the speed. I think that weave is at a higher speed. And I don't really, I'm not into the speed. So certainly any of the roads, yeah.
Ellen,
who was your salesman, Ellen? Because we have a good relationship with Neil. Neil is the general sales manager of Wigan Honda. So it could have been Neil that looked after you. Let me just think, because I cannot.
It's another one.
Fine, come on.
Number 19.
Neil Morris, Ellen. Got a very good working relationship with Neil, and he is a really nice chap. Good dealership.
Mr. Jane NR786. Good evening. Where are you from, buddy? Are you a newbie?
Simon, yeah, he's the sales manager.
Like, subscribe, comment.
But yeah,
it does help.
Northwest Honda Blackpool, they are very good.
1 minute and the competition will commence. Everybody get ready and prepared. What is up for grabs, Robert? If you want to just remind the viewers for me, please.
Certainly, Charlie.
Thank you, Robert.
Not beanie. Baseball cap. Neck tube. Lanyard.
With an approximate value of
£23.
Thank you, Robert. So, If you're okay with that.
3 questions coming up, ladies and gents.
Is everybody ready for the quiz?
You better just wait another minute because people are coming on.
People are coming on. Yeah. Okie dokie.
So we said 9:30.
9:30.
So yeah. So get
your friends on. Come on, 41 viewers. Let's get it to 45. We've got 40 seconds. Come on, everyone, do your work. Get people on board. 3 fantastic questions and 3 brilliant prizes up for grabs. All you got to do is answer all 3 correctly to be in with a chance of winning the 3 prizes: the hat, the neck tube, the lanyard. All could be yours this evening.
Can I enter?
No, Robert.
No. Okay.
So,
don't shout, by the way. You're getting a bit shouty.
I'm passionate.
Is it passion?
It's passion from within.
Passion.
If I just sat like this, people would think I'm a right glomp. So if you bring the energy, brings the viewers, it enhances the viewers. So, without further ado, the 41 of you that are on, we're going to start with the 3 questions. I'm going to read them all out. I'll read them a few times. 80, that's 20. 20 new people on.
Shout out, I use your Twitter when I was doing my CBT too. There's a lot of news.
Right, are you ready? Question number 1. What is the most expensive bike ever sold at auction? Question number 2. What is the most tests RJH have taken pupils to in any given week across all 3 sites? And question number 3. How many views combined have RJH had on our YouTube channel? I will repeat them for you again. Number 1. What is the most expensive bike ever sold at auction? Number 2. What is the most tests RJH have taken pupils to in any given week across all 3 sites? And number 3. How many views combined have RJH had on our YouTube channel? Great. Oh, Graham Higgins. I thought it was Graham Cook.
So there's some good questions that actually. So we'll
give it a few minutes.
We'll watch those coming through.
Mr. Junior,
is that another new one?
No.
No.
You're not too far away, but you're not too close, Mr. Junior 786. 41 of you, I'll repeat the questions. Number 1, what is the most expensive bike ever sold at auction? Number 2, what is the most tests RJH have taken pupils to in any given week across all 3 sites? And number 3, how many views combined have RJH had on our YouTube channel?
Very good. I like them questions.
Thank you. Does anyone have all 3 correct answers?
Okay, so while we're all waiting for some of those to come in, I'm going to carry on with the content of the CBT. Okay, Charlie can be watching the questions coming through there. So as we said then, so really we look at a cut-off point of about 1 o'clock. And to be honest with you, we can go on to 1:30ish if needed. So by that time, we've really got a good idea of whether we're going to be taking on the road or not. But that's a time when a bit of a break and having a bit of a sandwich, a bit of a brain food, some fluids and stuff. I'm really looking at Element D, which is an open sort of forum, a bit of a discussion on 14 or so different subjects. And this is the bit that a lot of people sort of ask questions is, what if I don't know the answers? Well, don't worry if you don't know the answers. We will help you out. We're not there to make it difficult. And again, these are all on the YouTube channel. Look at the playlist CBT and you'll see all of this live video of live pupils and an instructor. And it really is, people love it. And people do say, don't they, you know, I found it put me at ease and this sort of thing. Right. So the first Element D Module 1, the first section will be legal requirements. So what legal requirements are? An open forum, lots of questions, lots of answers, and you know, a good open discussion. Number 2, Element D Module 2, the need to understand the highway code. Don't worry, it's not a test. So there might be a chart of some signs. What's that? What's this? What's that? What's that? So, you know, as long as you're taking it all on board and learning, then, you know, don't worry, don't over worry it, but do a bit of revision at home. Do a bit of homework. Preparation is key. Don't just leave it. Preparation is key. Element D, module 3 is why motorcyclists are more vulnerable. So, why is a motorcyclist more vulnerable than another road user? Element D, module 4, conspicuity, the need to be clearly visible. So why do you need to be visible? How can you make yourself more visible? So Element D, module 5, why motorcyclists should pay attention to varying road surfaces. So what have you got? Tarmac, concrete, gravel, cobblestones, mud, grass, lots of different road surfaces. So how that's going to affect you on a motorcycle. Element D, module 6, why motorcyclists should pay attention to varying weather conditions. So rain, wind. Nearly.
Mr. JNR, you are the closest so far, my friend.
Is that a new one?
No, it's Memphis from Ireland.
Right. So keep those questions, keep those answers coming. Nearly there, nearly there. Element, so the weather, you got sun, wind, rain, fog, all the different weather conditions. Element D, module 7, speed, the need to ride according to existing road and traffic conditions. So now we've got what? 10 mile an hour in places, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, nationals. The anticipation, element D, module 8, anticipation of other road users. So anticipations, what if that lady stepped off the pavement? What if that cyclist rode around the pothole? What if that car door opened? Element D, module 9, hazard perception. Element D, module 10, anticipation.
RTX Gaming and Robbie, you're close. We're getting closer. Come on, not correct yet. We're getting closer though. Keep firing more answers.
Element D, module 11 is the need to carry out rear observations. Element D, module 12, the need to adopt the correct road position. Element D, module 13, understanding the importance of following at a safe distance and leaving sufficient space. That's not only following distances, but leaving space to park cars and all that sort of thing. Element D, Element D, module 14 is riding under the influence of drink and drugs. There's Element D, I would say, a good thorough Element D, again, is about 45 minutes. So, A, 45 minutes, B, 45 minutes, D, 45 minutes. So, if you're doing a CBT in 4.5 hours, where does all that work out with 2 hours on the road? Because Element E is a minimum, and a minimum of 2 hours. So anybody that's not getting 2 hours on the road on their CBT is, the school that's conducting that is breaking the rules, and schools get closed down for that.
It's a tug of war going on here between Mr. Junior 786 and RTX Gaming. They're going back and forth. It's getting close. It's heating up. The tension is rising, ladies and gentlemen.
So Element D, then it's Element E, the road ride, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just see if we can get a bit of.
It's getting close.
Let's get a winner.
We're getting close. I can reveal on some people's answers, one part of it has been correct, but we need all three together in order to win the prize. Mr. Junior.
First three correct answers. First three correct answers.
Mr. Junior, you are hot. Not you're hot as in you're close to the answer. Lisa, you cannot enter.
No entering. No staff entering.
Close, Mr. Junior. It's close, but it's not spot on, unfortunately.
So is it what are we sort of struggling with? Is it the third question,
Junior,
or is it
too far away? Mr. Junior is close.
Which two has he got?
So he's very close with
Mr.
this.
Junior, 6, right? Yeah, but what is he missing? 20.
Mr. Junior was close when he said 25 tests that we perform most in a week.
So the other two questions are answered correctly.
Yes.
But do you know what is the most expensive bike ever sold? Is it just the amount that you want?
Yeah, it can be.
Or do you want what bike it was and who bought it, or what?
What are we thinking about that then?
No, nearly. Mr. Junior is still the closest. Not quite, though.
Yeah, Mr. Junior, you're close, but it's not quite.
Graham Higgins, did I get close? Vincent, 1,060,000.
No, very far away, Graham, unfortunately.
Darren, no.
Darren is
No.
wrong.
Darren
Darren's
is wrong.
for once.
He's not wrong often, is he?
This is like Ant and Dec telephone quiz. Mr. Junior. Ooh. It's close, Rob.
Well,
Do we allow him?
listen, I will allow you to make that decision.
Mr. Junior, you're a bit too far off.
Do you want him to win it?
Mr. Junior's trying the hardest. Now you're getting further away, Mr. Junior, with one of your answers.
Come down a bit, mate.
Down a bit.
Come on, down a bit.
Down a bit
mate.
on both of on the first two answers.
Nearly there.
Very close.
Not quite there.
Come on, 37 other people. You could be with a chance of winning this. The neck tube, the hat, the lanyard, all up for grabs.
Maybe we should do the fleece.
Oh, that may attract some people.
That might attract some. Yeah, this is my favourite RJH branded equipment.
Mr. Junior, that last answer is closer.
What do you think?
It's a bit. Can you get a bit closer than that? RTX Gaming is coming back in. We thought he was done and dusted, but he's coming back in with a shot to win, Rob.
So Mr. Junior 786 and gaming. What's lanyard? This is a lanyard. It's a key. Have you got a key? You put your keys on it around your neck.
I think. Yeah.
Go on then. It's your decision.
It's my call. Mr. Junior, the competition is won by yourself, my friend. It's all yours. You've been the closest.
Well done.
To get an exact figure would be quite difficult.
Well done.
But I'll read you through the answers. The most expensive bike ever sold at auction was Steve McQueen's 1915 Cyclone Board Track Racer, which sold for a whopping 578,084 pence. Number two, the most tests RJH have taken pupils to in any given week was 32. 3 instructors, 32 tests, Monday to Friday across all 3 sites. That takes some doing, ladies and gentlemen. And number 3, how many views combined have RJH had on the YouTube channel? The answer is 2.3 million. So for those that were saying 100,000, 200,000, you're very far away. Popular faces here, they like to see the videos.
2.3
million.
That's
so,
fantastic.
Mr. Junior 786, you've won the neck tube, the hat, and the lanyard. Please
So
text us your
email.
Text us your email and your address, and we will get it posted out to you, my friend. Congratulations.
Email on here. That's the email that you need to use. Yeah, info@rjhgroup.com. So what we need then is your name and address, mate, and postcode, and we'll get it sent out to you on Monday now. All right? We'll get it sent out to you on Monday. So name, address, and your postcode, and you will get that sent out. Do we have any RJH pants?
No, but we can look into that maybe.
What do you don't want Y fronts, do you?
No. I
Well,
like nice
you
tracksuit
mean-
bottoms.
Ah, right.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it? A matching.
Yeah, but where would you get the logo? Where would you put your logo?
You put it on the front at the top of your leg.
Because I've got 2 new. Last week, it was cold in the mornings, but in the daytime it really got very, very warm.
20 warm.
Well done. No, Jalal, he's followers us on YouTube, but I think this is the first live stream, maybe.
So 21.
We might have got, yeah. But I sort of the weather was really hot, and so I thought this year I'm going to invest in some nice boots and some nice denim for biking. So I bought a pair of Alpine Star boots, and I'm going to do a review on them. And I also bought a pair of RST denim motorbike jeans. I'll tell you what, they're absolutely stunning. And that's the sort of thing, but with the logo. No, but I don't think would be. I don't think that would be. Would it?
It would look nice in a tracksuit, the same colour as this.
Would it?
If you just want to go for
I don't wear
stroll.
tracksuits. I don't wear tracksuits.
No.
Worth thinking about though.
Mep is still going. Mep, the competition's been won, my friend.
Yeah,
our good
but
friend, Mr.
we are running that competition every week.
Every week.
Every Friday, 8 p.m. The live stream will have a competition involved in it. So, you know, subscribe and watch next week.
Correct.
Simple as. So well done anyway. You're going to email us your details. We're going to send it off. Let's go on to the final part of the CBT then, which is providing you're happy and your instructor's happy, you'll take you out on the road. Now, the road ride, and again, a lot of people will be a little bit nervous about that. And you know, but what I would say to you on the road ride is the minimum, the legal minimum is 2 hours. And if I take somebody out on the road for 2 hours, the last hour or the last 30 minutes of the hour, 2 hours, so they've been out for an hour or an hour and a half, the rider really comes along and they're relaxing and they're really looking a lot more comfortable. And, you know, but they're still having that coaching. Now, and then when you hear people say, I did my CBT and I was on the road for 20 minutes, like, oh no, because you're being shortchanged and you're being let loose on the roads. And it's really important you get your 2 hours for safety, for your safety, and the safety of the general public on the roads. But on the road, you'll be in radio contact with an instructor, one-way radio, and you're going to be looking at junctions, OSM, PSL, roundabouts, OSM, PSL, and you're going to be looking at gradients and bends. You're going to come across traffic lights and pedestrian crossings, making sure you're all right with that. You may even get a hill start, and always try and get you a hill start if we can. And you would also be, you know, get on the side of the road, get a radio brief, or not a radio brief, a brief on the emergency stop and the U-turn, because those two maneuvers that you didn't let them see, you need to do that again on the road. Okay. Once you've completed your 2 hours, you get a bit of feedback off your instructor, and you know, you get, all being well, providing you're safe and you've been learning. You know, what if I leave my indicators on? What if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? Well, listen, it's not a test. It's safety. As long as we can see that you're learning and you're improving, you know, and we can say, yeah, you know, you've got a nice attitude. You've taken everything on board. You're nice and positive. You know, the whole idea of the CBT is that you're allowed to go out on your own and learn. You're allowed to go out on the road and learn. So we've just got your details come through, young man. Mr. Junior 786, you should do a polo shirt. Yeah, we do polo shirts, mate. I've got some polo shirts. I could do a polo.
I'm wearing a polo right here.
You could do, I think maybe a polo shirt for one
polo.
Yeah,
you see,
or a fleece. I've got the fleece on, a hoodie, so we could do that. Maybe. Listen, it's all growing, isn't it? But providing you show you're safe on the road. You get your certificate, and that means that you can go out there and learn your craft. And that's what we want to be, putting people on the road that have a nice attitude that can learn. So as long as you're not putting yourself at risk and being dangerous, put yourself in danger, then you'll be absolutely fine. So that's a CBT. So again, that's been a really good discussion on the CBT. I don't think I've missed anything, have I?
We haven't, no. Just messaging a pupil.
Oh, you need, yeah, what does it enable you to do? It enables, depend on your age, you said, didn't it? But enables you to ride a 50cc at 16 with L plates, front and back. And on a 125, which is 17, L plates on the front, L plates on the back. The restrictions are no motorway, no passenger.
Correct.
But you don't have to do a CBT if you've got a car license. If you pass
prior to December 2001,
is it?
If you've held your full UK's driving license, you can legally ride a 50cc scooter on the road without undertaking a CBT, compulsory basic training. 50cc
on a car license.
On a car license.
December.
Rob's asking, what good riding gear would you suggest for a first-time rider?
Best you can afford.
Ben Lufton, hey mate, I've got my CBT tomorrow. I'm absolutely crapping it. Any advice? My advice:
Play back the video. It's all on here.
play back the video.
Play back the video.
My advice: enjoy the day. Listen to your instructor's advice. Swat up on your highway code. Relax. Take it at your pace. If you're struggling, be open and honest with your instructor.
Who can tell me what date you needed to pass your car test before having to do a CBT? You can ride a 50cc on your car license. What was the date? You just mentioned December 2001. So what is the date that you can ride a 50cc on your car license without doing a CBT? 2001 December. Is there a you?
That's me. That's what I said. Is it 2001 in Feb?
Well, it's not December. That's why I've raised the question.
So was I wrong?
Yeah.
You said to me it's December.
No, I didn't say it's December. You said it was December, and I said, "Oh, right, okay."
Is it February?
February the 1st, 2001.
So why did someone tell me December?
December 1990 is when the CBT was introduced.
That's what I'm
1st
thinking.
of February 2001.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
you need to. Yeah, that's why I picked you up on it. See,
That's why I am the boss.
That's why you'll always be number 2. Yeah. So you've got about 10 minutes, ladies and gents, and we're going to be wrapping up because it's been a very good evening, coming up to 2 hours. So we've covered an awful lot there on the CBT. Good riding gear, first time, yeah, buy the best you can afford. Ellen, definitely armoured hoodie. I would put my name down for one of them. All right, so armoured hoodie is looking quite popular. I think you should open a branch in Northern Ireland. Yeah, listen, we'd open branches. It's all about getting the right people involved. What have we got there? This is turning into another competition. Yeah. Craig, 2nd of February 2001. Yeah, well, it's 1st February 2001. So we're coming to the end. We've got a lot of comments on that. We've got a lot of new people watching the live stream, so thanks very much for that. All we can say, ladies and gents, is thanks for tuning in, and we really do appreciate it. You know, it's all just raw stuff. There's nothing fancy, and it is becoming a regular weekly event. So if you like the video, yeah, set the reminder on for next Friday, where we will be introducing Graham Cook, aka the Chief. So next week is going to be a good one. And, you know, we'll get Sylvia involved also. But yeah, so coming up to the end now. So anything else that you can think of? And I will be rescheduled. We'll be scheduling another one for the week after, another topic again. But the CBT one is a really popular one because it's that entry. There's a lot of look how many new people have come on
21 in
really
total.
Pleased with that. So it'll be interesting to see how many people we've had subscribe on tonight's video.
Correct.
On the back of tonight's videos. Dave, good man. Just annoyed. Well, not annoyed. Can't say I'm annoyed, mate. I'm just sorry that you've not been able to come to us. That's what I'd say. Good night, Chief. See you tomorrow, maybe. I think Charlie will be down early in the morning. You think I need to go down early to help out with getting that stuff for Sylvia?
Means I'm up at 5:30.
Listen, I'm up earlier than that every day of the week, mate. Hey,
That's
4 o'clock, 3 o'clock I was awake this morning because I was up at 5. 3 o'clock I woke up. Yeah.
You need your sleep. Elon Musk recommends 8 hours a day.
I like 8 hours of sleep. That's why I need my little power nap in the afternoon.
That's it. Listen, I suppose the bright side, United through to the Europa League final.
Who?
United.
Are they?
Europa League final, 26th of May against Villarreal. Another trophy for the mighty Reds. Maybe we should leave it on that note.
How many Reds have we got on here and how many Blues? Who supports United and who supports City then? How many Reds are there on here compared to Blues?
There'll be more Reds on here than Blues, I'm telling you that for a fact. We've got a Red over here And we got a blue over here. Who are we supporting?
Dave, me too. It was getting there, except I'm going to find you somewhere down Berkshire way. Come on then, Dave. I'll leave that up to you, mate. You find me somewhere. Andy Davis has got a mission to find somewhere over northeast Manchester. Northeast and Manchester. Good night, Graham. Hope Charlie makes you a nice brew to have with your hobnobs.
Ellen bought 4 boxes of hobnobs.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Ellen, I went in there today and Graham was in, not teaching, he was in there. Charlie was in there. Dominic, my youngest son, just started getting involved. You might see Dominic on here shortly. My youngest son, been out of touch with him for many years, long story, but he got back in touch the last couple of years and he's just started showing a bit of interest in the business. And he spent a day with Charlie today and really gone really well, didn't he, Dominic? But I came into that office today and the smell, all I could smell, Ellen, was hobnobs. And they'd all been eating bloody hobnobs. And I've not eaten in a day because of these things on my teeth. So I've not had any hobnobs, fortunately, which is why my belly's gone down. That's not a bad thing, is it?
You are losing a bit of weight.
I am losing weight, yeah.
It's because you're starving yourself.
It's not that. It's just I'm not eating it because of these things in my mouth.
You're doing well, Robert.
It's called the Invisalign diet. That's what it is. It's common.
My friend wanted to train to become an instructor. It's a tough process. It's not easy being an instructor. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. You're right.
Trust the process. You got to trust it. And with
Donna's a bluebird.
Bluebird.
Give up on football after the Els fiasco. Granny baskets both teams.
Sounds like
a bunch of knobs.
Hob.
Yeah, my friend wanted to train. Yeah, and not really. If you put the time in and have the right attitude, the process is great.
Spot on, Mr. Davis.
That's it.
I'll respond to your text soon, buddy.
You have to put the time in. You have to put the time in. Thanks for the info tonight.
Try fasting with us if you want a challenge. What are you fasting for, Mr. JNR786?
Religious.
Is this a new one here?
Oh, no, red. Fasting with us if you want a challenge. Yeah. Well,
Ramadan,
we get a lot of lads that have been fasting.
Ramadan.
Recently. Yeah. A lot of lads.
Tough. A lot of Premier League football players have been taking.
Who's the lad in the minute that's right? The two brothers.
Ali
and
Laith.
Ali and Laith. They're fasting
for Ramadan.
They were on last week, weren't they?
They were. But anyway, we're coming up to the closing time.
I'm happy. Thanks for joining us, and everybody up and down the country, and even across Europe. Yeah, Layla up in the Netherlands, Sam in America. Although he's not in America tonight. So we had a few people up and down. And how many new people?
21.
21 new people. 21 new people. How's that?
Crazy.
Really pleased.
But anyway, it's a good night from me.
Good night from me.
No,
that's no Jed.
That's always.
Yeah, that's Jed. Okay, see you next week, everyone. Have a good weekend.
Have a good
Thanks for
evening.
watching. Bye for now.
Subscribe. Bye.
How's that?